Hello and welcome to the channel. Here we talk about my experiences during lockup for educational use. I do not condone or glorify the behaviors in my stories. I spent 2 years in lockup at CFCF, and now that I'm out, I want to tell you guys about it. In this episode, I'm going to talk to y'all about the different types of nasty things that are normalized in jail. Okay? Now, for the first thing that I'm going to start off this video with is people not taking showers. Okay? And you'd be surprised how normalized that nastiness can be, because a lot of people are depressed and they're just stop taking care of themselves. So they stop showering, they stop doing laundry, they start stinking. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's one of the things that's pretty nasty that's starting to get normalized in jail. Now, mind you, they may be getting clowned on, they may be getting talked about behind their back, you know, and if they stink that bad, they may be getting punched on. But there's a lot of people not showering in jail, alright? And a lot of the times it smells like old onions, you know what I'm talking about? And a lot of times, yeah, the other inmates will make fun of you. You see what I'm saying? As they should, if you haven't showered in like a week, or you just get out of cell for recreation and you go play basketball all rec and then you don't hop in the shower. Like, yeah, there's some nasty people out there. You see what I'm saying? And the amount of time that you get to actually take showers are pretty limited. So you have to go get them while you can to get off all the old, nasty, dirty bacteria and, you know, that type of stuff. Staph infections are very high and very common. Okay, so don't go sharing your stuff with everybody. For real. But yeah, though, nasty people not taking showers is a big thing. Alright? The next nasty thing that's normal in jail is smoking and fighting in the piss shower. So I'm gonna have to go into a little bit of detail on this one. When you come out of your cell for recreation for that time, right, you're not gonna be able to just go back in your cell all willy-nilly to go grab this and that in your cup that you forgot, or to go take a dump, right, or to go take a piss. So if you have to take a piss and you're out on rec, you gotta go to the piss shower. All right, now a lot of the times the piss showers are going to be orientated in a way where the guard cameras can't just normally see them. So typically people will go to the piss shower to go smoke whatever they got and to go fight usually. And I ain't gonna lie to nobody, I would not be caught dead fighting in a piss shower. You see what I'm saying? That's they would literally go meet up in the piss shower, not while they're actually in the act of taking a leak. They would go meet up down there, square up inside the piss shower, and then start throwing down. You see what I'm saying? I could never, because 100% of the time that I seen people go into a piss shower, I always seen somebody slip, fall on that nasty ass ground where everybody was peeing and puking or whatever, right? You fighting You slip, you don't even get knocked out, you just slip, and now you're all disgusting, right? Next thing, like I said, was smoking while in the piss shower too. Mind you, it's jail. You see what I'm saying? So when you pee in the shower, it accumulates flies. See what I'm saying? People will literally stand amidst all them flies just to go smoke some brown, right? Smoke some green. You feel what I'm saying? Smoke the deuce, which is that paper stuff that I was telling y'all about in my jail drugs video. Um, yeah, people will literally go down to the piss showers to go smoke, fight, pass off contraband, all that type of stuff, just because they know that it's a little bit ways from the camera. You see what I'm saying? And that's the next nasty thing that's normalized in jail. Now, on to a little story. We're gonna title this story Rough Gone Wrong, alright? And it is a fight between two dudes. I'm just gonna call them Mo Black and Quando, alright? So, let's talk real quick about these two combatants. So, Mo Black is a really tall bull, but he really dark, okay? And imagine medium build, alright? And he had long dreadlocks, alright? Now, Quando, he's shorter, stockier, he got more of a mean look on his face, and he a bit more light skinned, right? And he got a whole bunch of tattoos on his arm and on his neck, right? That's Quando. Now, they out playing rough, right? Rough basketball. Now, mind you, rough basketball in jail is supposed to be rough. You see what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers won't even be playing it like that because they know the doors that will open. You see what I'm saying? But Quando and Mo Black, they playing rough. I forget who wronged who, but long story short, as you can imagine, two dudes is now mad over rough, okay? And they had made plans, yo, let's go down to this piss showers and let's go squash it, right? So they go meet down at the piss showers, right? Quando goes into the piss showers where Mo Black is already stationed up, already got his guard up and everything. Quando rush in there, and then all you hear is all these feet shuffling all over the place. Squish, right? And everybody is kind of like trying to not bring attention to them, right? I'm side-eyeing the fight, just trying to like peek and see what's going on, right? Then, next thing you know, I seen Quando slip, and I seen Mo Black capitalizing and start stomping him out. Mind you, all this is happening in the piss shower. You see what I'm saying? Mo Black comes out, Quando slowly gets up, and he like looking at himself, he's smelling himself, and he sees like, yeah, this is getting from bad to worse, right? But long story short, Quando ended up going to take a shower. I don't think they got the COs over to go stop this fight, and those two ended up to go fight another time before Quando ended up getting moved. You see what I'm saying? But this time the COs didn't get called, and no extra scene had to get, handled. So that was a fight for another day. But this time Quando just got up, cleaned himself up, and was just pissed to all hell. Pissed, right? And that is why you don't fight in piss showers. That's disgusting. The next nasty thing that's normalized in jail, right, is smoking toilet paper and brown paper bag, okay? And I actually very briefly touched on this subject in my jail drugs videos, the different types of drugs people do while they're in jail, right? When people are smoking deuce, right, which is the paper that's soaked in drugs, when people are smoking that paper that's soaked in drugs called deuce, right, a lot of the time for filler, and I do mean a lot of the time for filler, right, they will take 2-ply toilet paper, take off one of the plies, roll it up, right, make a strip out of it and roll it up, right, and then they would add that rolled up piece of toilet paper. They would get the brown paper bag, and then they would chop up their the deuce paper, the paper that's soaked in drugs. They would chop it up really, really fine into little bits, and then they'll take the toilet paper and they'll lay it right on top of the drug soaked paper bits, and then they'll roll that up and then they'll smoke it. Now, the reason they do that is so when they normally just put the drug soaked paper on top of regular brown paper bag and then they go to light that up, it burns too fast, right? So in order for them to get their proper go up session, right, they would put toilet paper in there as filler to actually burn for a little bit longer. And that is so unhealthy and so gross. Now, mind you, right, it's not used toilet paper, but it's the sheer fact that it's still toilet paper that you're smoking, y'all. Like, and I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. I briefly talked about this on my jail drugs video. People in jail really are smoking toilet paper and lunch bag, y'all. And it get like that. It really get like that. Right? Now the last nasty thing that's normalized in jail that I'm going to talk to you about, right, is a Glock dookie, all right, which is essentially using excrement, using poop as a weapon, all right. Now, what a Glock dookie is, all right, they would find a regular water bottle out there in the world, which is why you're not allowed to have water bottles in jail now. But when you go to court or whatever, some people would sneak back a water bottle, all right? A lot of the time they would use the water bottle, you know, for their drinks or whatever. But some people take that water bottle, they fill it with poop, they fill it with excrement and whatever nasty stuff they can get. And then if they have beef with somebody, they will either put it under their cell door and then stomp on it and, you know, get crap all over their cell and all over their stuff, or they'll wait until recreation time and they will literally, like the name implies, a Glock dookie, they would literally squeeze it and shoot out all this poop on that person, on that unsuspecting person. And it would be absolutely disgusting and foul smelling out in the yard anytime this types of thing happen. You see what I'm saying? But it's a very real thing, and I've seen it happen at least twice. And I'm not gonna lie, one of my videos very soon is going to involve one of the times that I had some excrement thrown under myself, all right, which is pretty disgusting, and how I handled that situation, what I did to them people, and how they carried it. See what I'm saying? But that's my video on things that's normalized in jail. If you guys like this video, please give me a like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.